Go ahead. You obviously saw the tacos have arrived, so if you'd like to go ahead and serve yourselves. The newly formed Professional Ballet Folclórico de la Rosa, 2 members from the state of Jalisco, is 2 of the co-founders, Zachary Ramon and Cassandra Herrera. I appreciate everybody here tonight. And just to start off with, so my name is Beto Rincon. I'm a native of Seguin, and I'm currently a graduate student at Chatham University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But this kind of formed to celebrate the community garden that we have catty corner to this building. It is the LULAC 682 Foundation Community Garden, and this is just a celebration of the garden up until this. We kind of wanted to just do this celebration as kind of a progress. This year just happened to be the year that I was able to come home and do an intern. For me, it was like a jackpot because it's my home community, and I'm in school, and it's relevant. I'm doing a degree that is relevant to the community garden, so it made sense for me to take on this internship. So with that, on that note, I really just want to thank basically everybody in this room, but especially those of you from the LULAC Foundation, LULAC Council 682, any of you.
One day I said, the problem in spaces is that they belong to somebody. They belong to somebody else. Maybe it's in your backyard, maybe it's on your vacant lot.
But there's really been a lot of great things happen through this garden that actually, as Paul said, he mentioned to me, what was it now, 3 years ago?
We've been working pretty hard on that garden for about 2 years. I'm on Johnny come late on it. Paul Castillo and Paul Martin actually fired it up, and I've been there for about a year, and just took it over. I've been fortunate enough to volunteer for the food bank here at Our Lady of Guadalupe. And while I was there, I found out that most of the things that was lacking on those diets was vegetables. You know, simply because they don't have a place to store them, so they do a lot of just rural good. And last year we were lucky enough to probably give the food bank about, almost a ton and a half of okra. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Alberto, especially my wife, helped me put the tacos together. Thanks, honey. And again, thanks a lot. Welcome.
My current obligations have been as a Ogallala Commons intern, the Lula Community Garden intern, and then, like I said, I'm a master's student in food studies up at Chatham University in Pittsburgh. And so that basically food studies, can be perceived to be a couple of different things. It can be described as a sociology type of degree, where it's sociology of food. So how society is being affected by something, and that something in this particular case is food. Food is a super complex issue. It is just, I was actually going to bring up a prop of a tomato and hold it up to some blue jeans and say, okay, tell me about the process that both of these things went through. Jeans, you got buttons, you've got a zipper, you've got yarn, you've got material, but at the end of the day you have a pair of blue jeans. Well, what does that have to go through? Believe it or not, a tomato that looks as simple as a tomato oftentimes goes through an even crazier, longer, ridiculous process than that thing with so many different parts. That's basically what I'm studying. How does this happen to something as simple looking as a tomato? That's basically talk about what a garden can be. Part of the curriculum that I had to kind of develop for the Teatro Art Camp was asking the kids, what's a garden? Do they incorporate people? Do they incorporate just plants? Do they incorporate an ecosystem? What about a garden, captivates them and gets them to think about, yeah, what is a garden? Isn't it just like food, plants, and insects? And by that I just mean that a garden can represent quite a whole lot, especially in a city. It can work towards promoting life in general, all that entails. Again, I talk really abstractly, but if you think about it, food promotes life. How? A list is A through double Z. It just is. If we eat it, we have to work in a garden. It's simple exercise. It promotes exercise. This garden promotes community in its name and in the way that it operates. The only way that we can get it looking as beautiful as it does right now. But the reason we can do that is the volunteers, is the diligence, that they're doing it for their own reasons as well. It's the simple exercise, it's thought-provoking. There are problems out there like there are in our everyday lives. You just have to figure, you just have to kind of want to figure out, yeah, what is that bug doing in our garden? How can we fix it? It's very thought